Morning. So for today, same pants, same beater. As you understand, I don't have them a lot. You won't guess how many hours I spend daily looking at myself in the mirror. Have you heard about the book 4 Hour Work Week? It's more like a 4 hour mirror staring week. Got this new t-shirt to keep me warm and a hat. Let's go. Morning. Gonna enjoy myself a little more with agave syrup. Pure carbs, no protein this time. Absolutely amazing. That's the best pre-workout meal you could have, honestly. Wow. Wow. My father made something like this. He calls it like an energy mass, right? I mean, right? Okay, one piece fall off. So this is a mixture of honey, bee pollen, maybe cocoa, something like that. But it actually does feels like it gives you energy. Solid, solid. So as I said, I'm a fan of keeping things as simple as possible. To make this oatmeal, it took me like 2 minutes, maybe one and a half, and just putting in agave syrup, and that's the most effective meal you can have to have energy for the workout because it's just purely carbs. It's unprocessed, maybe except for this, I'm not exactly sure that this grows on the trees, but otherwise, pretty solid. It is getting cold. It's getting very cold. It's -7, and I'm driving to my most favorite gym, the same gym where I got my shoes stolen. But besides that, feeling really well. I think not adding the protein powder to oatmeal as a pre-workout meal is really a solid option. Yeah, you won't have as much taste without your chocolate, peanut butter, whatever protein powder. But as weird as it sounds, I can feel it digesting faster in my system and already getting energy for it. Or maybe it's just half of the caffeine pill that I took. Couldn't really tell, but feel awesome besides that. One weird thing, I woke up in the middle of the night because my lips were dry. And I'm sure that I'm breathing through my nose, not through my mouth. And I noticed that when I exhale from my nose, there's so much air coming off, right? That it just all goes onto my upper lip. And my upper lip becomes dry. Fuck. I'm still not sure how to use it. How do you apply it as a man? I need the technique. Oh my god, it broke down. Soldier down. What do I do now? Oh my god, no. It's a really tricky situation now. Oh my god, come on, how the fuck is that even possible? I hate this traffic light. I hate this traffic light because
from green it turns immediately orange, and usually the green light is supposed to blink 4 times before it turns orange. That's the only traffic light that does it. In fact, it's 2 traffic lights next to each other, maybe like 20 meters next to each other, and they are almost like synchronous. They both don't blink green, but immediately turn orange, and I get anxiety that I'm gonna pass through on red.
Я не могу ждать, я схожу с ума. Мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало.
Majestic pool day. I like to do 15 to 20 reps of first warm-up set with maybe 25% of the working weight. I feel the muscle activation much better. Also, one guy on YouTube told me not to use wrist straps on your warm-up sets for pull day. You're neglecting your forearms, and my forearms are kind of neglected. And he's bigger than me, so that's already enough for me to listen to what he has to say. As long as it's not Jeff Nippert, I will listen to him. That's the last warm-up set. Honestly, I already feel ready and warm. Really feel great.
Whoa. Whoa. I'm an idiot. I don't know how to count. Fuck. I was supposed to do 100 kg. That was already 110. And I thought, wow, it feels heavy. Oh. Gay straps. That's much better. Whoa. Two more. Whoa. So notice on the second arm, I was leaning actually forwards, not backwards. It's actually a better feeling because I can actually feel my lats being targeted, and lats are the main muscle I want to grow from my back. It's the most. Some girl is dancing. She's pretty. So I was saying, I want to grow my lats more, and when I lean forwards, I can feel them being targeted more when compared to when I'm leaning backwards, creating an arch. I feel like when creating an arch, it targets much more upper lats, versus when I'm leaning forwards, my lower lats. That's what I want to target. Let's go. Last set with the drop set. Very good. Whoa. Whoa. Probably good. Whoa. Now V-grip, lat pull down. Kind of have a love and hate relationship with this one because it burns so much everywhere where it's supposed to hurt and where it's not supposed to hurt. But I don't know, something about this just makes me go wow. Go for the full stack because the stack is quite small. You know what else is small? Nothing. Need some Turkish wrap. Oh yeah. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but bum. Let's fucking go. Oh, so not leaning backwards here. Whoa. Drop set. Whoa. 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 Fuck. Whoa. It's too difficult. Let's drop it. Come on, come on, come on. My stomach is getting in the way. Now lats are absolutely fried. Just need to work on that upper and middle back. This exercise just feels so nice. And I hit 15 reps, so probably should increase the weight. Fuck. Whoa. Diabolical. Okay. Difficult is breathing. At least not as bad as yesterday. Very well pumped. Feel the chops already growing. Whoa. There are a couple of things that I think should be banned in the gym. First is lifting gloves. Unless you're a girl with soft liberal hands, you shouldn't be wearing gloves, right? It just looks very weird to me. Especially if you're a middle-aged man with gloves and you have a belly, but you're wearing a t-shirt that's like kind of skinny, you know, like it shows your skinny arms and shows your stomach at the same time. And I'm noticing this combo way too often. Like it's a middle-aged man with lifting gloves. His arms are skinny, but he's like skinny fat, right? I don't want to offend anyone, but that's just what I see. And I'm being honest. So men have skinny arms, but they have a belly, and they're wearing very like compressed t-shirt, which works absolutely against them. Absolutely against. Otherwise, had a great workout. I noticed one thing which I never really thought about. When you are recording yourself in the gym, people will not ask you, people won't approach you to ask how many sets have you left on your machine. And I think that's great because it saves your energy. You don't have to waste calories on talking to people, that's one. And you are saving time because you don't have to talk to people. That's a win-win for me. That is absolute win-win. And then I've done 4 sets of abs. I'm not sure how this exercise is called. Maybe like weighted crunches. I'm not sure. So it's like when you take the rope that you use for triceps. When you take the rope, you get down on your knees and you're doing these crunches like that. Self-driving car. Anyways, you're doing this. My friend who's going with me to the gym sometimes, he calls it like praying to Allah, something like this. and I showed him this exercise, I think maybe a year ago, because I know it's like, for me, it's the best ab exercise there can be, right? And he says, no, I'm not gonna do this. It's praying to Allah, something like this. That was really funny. That was really funny. He tried it. He didn't really like it, but for me, it's really great exercise. And I think by now I'm probably doing abs probably after every main workout. It's like maybe 4 or 5 times per week maximum, if I'm getting lucky, because my abs were always quite weak. Like my corpus is actually quite weak. And I know that when you're on a caloric deficit, you shouldn't train a muscle group 4 to 5 times per week. That's just too much, especially 4 sets. So it's like 16 to 20 sets per week. But the thing is, your abs are always working. Maybe not now when you're sitting, but when you walk, when you stand, they always work and they're always engaged to keep you stabilized, right? Specifically, when you walk and you have to lift your leg. Because most people lift their legs when they walk, right? So it means that abs are always working unless you sit in some weird position. Like if I would sit right now, like that, yeah, my abs are not working right now. They're not engaged. But if I would sit like that, I can feel them engaged. I can feel them working. And of course, you shouldn't train abs without any weight. You know, abs are just like any other muscle group that needs extra stimulation to work. The only way abs are different is that they are almost engaged always, unless you are sleeping or sit in some weird ass position. Otherwise, they're always engaged and they should be trained with weights. Or hanging leg raises are also great. You don't need to really use weights because it's already quite difficult to do them. But train your abs. Train your abs.
Not gonna lie, I'm absolutely starving. Haven't had anything since the workout. Bam. Now I always make sure that it's not too thick, so it's easier to cook it. And these pieces are seem to be just in a great shape. Absolutely amazing. Great. Now, some oil. Extra virgin. Don't be afraid to use some oil. And spices. Honestly, any spices will do. In fact, I'm using chicken spices for anything I eat. Either it's fish, chicken, turkey, yeah, eggs. I'm using it for everything. Smells really nice. And now, most important part, don't be afraid to use your hands. In fact, I encourage you to use your hands. That will make a man out of you and not some liberal sissy. That's the sound that you want to hear. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Just a little bit of salt. Oh. So it's 350 calories. It's 500 grams. So I would guess one ball is 50 grams or 175 calories. So probably gonna go with 3. Feeling a little hungry, to be honest. Maybe let's go for the 4th one, right? There seems like there's space for the 5th one. I said there seems like to be space for the 5th one. Somehow I will manage this. I think that's great. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. It smells so nice. Now I also got some cheese mix. I think any will be fine. I'm just gonna melt. Now just mix it in so the cheese melts. The thing is, I don't have a microwave here. No, that's a slurp. Real slurp. You can hear it. You can hear that it's an absolute slurp. Oh shit. Main guest of the show. Chicken thighs. That's it. Beautiful. Look at this view. I'm absolutely blessed. It started snowing just a couple of days ago. It looks absolutely gorgeous. This place looks really nice, especially on winter when there's more snow. This, whatever that is a great purchase. Because you don't have to be afraid of leaving a mess. I feel absolutely blessed to eat like that in such a beautiful place. Grilled meat. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. And one part of why it really tastes so good is because today is Sunday. I have more time. I can prepare meal from scratch. And on working days, basically all I eat is just a microwaved food that I've prepared myself on Sunday. So of course it's not gonna taste as good, especially when I reheat it in a microwave. And you know, there can be like bazillion studies saying that food put in the microwave is bad for you, and there are like I don't know, radiation, something like that. Like it breaks down the nutrients bad, whatever. But like, what is my other option, right? My other option would be to buy a small electronic stove or stove. Yeah, small electronic stove and a pan and reheat all of the food in the pan in the office. That's just nonsense. That doesn't make sense. That would take me like ages to do this. It's just not sustainable. Like, I would be an absolute weirdo. So that doesn't really work. And the other option is just eat food cold. That's what I've considered, but I think that wouldn't taste really nice. Even though I don't eat particularly for the taste, I eat for nutrients and for the fuel. I might consider actually eating cold food in the office if I don't throw up. But I don't think that heating your food in the microwave is that bad, is that detrimental. Yes. I know, it's like coffee with milk. I guess that's what it means in French. I've studied 4 months in France. Didn't learn shit in their language. Beautiful. That wasn't enough coffee, honestly.